Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are San Diego.
Big win last night for the Padres as they pick up their third in a row as the Padres started their first victory in Colorado in Denver and have taken the first two of this three-game series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. So it is game 3 of the series from Petco Park in San Diego. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres baseball. Well, tonight, Nelson Lamet is on the mound for the Padres. He makes his 20th career start, and he's been pretty good for San Diego.
It's been so fun to see the rookie right-hander just mature into a big league pitcher. We're going to talk about his last 10 outings, and there's a big difference between the first 9 and the last 10. Out of those 10, 9 times fewer hits than innings pitched. He's only given up 3 home runs as opposed to 11 home runs his first 9 starts. Why? The location of the fastball, the slider. Pretty much a 2-pitch pitcher. He has thrown some changeups, but hey, if it ain't broke, why fix it? His ERA after start number 9, 6.40. After start last time, 4.15. He has shaved off more than 2 runs on his ERA.
We'll be keeping an eye on the top of the Padres order as usual. Manuel Margot with a couple of hits last night.
Multi-hit man. He set the table. He's got speed. He'll get on the delayed steal. He'll steal you a base. He'll score from second base on a hard hit ball to the outfield. And Will Myers drove him in last night. He scored easily on that one. 2 hits, a stolen base, 2 runs, 1 walk. He makes things happen. And you know what he really likes? He likes when the play-by-play team and the color analysts sit out in center field and give him a wave and say, "Way to go, Manny." He really likes that a lot.
It was indeed fun last night. Manuel Margot back in the lineup for the Padres, and so a lot of the young guns are in the lineup per usual. The young and the restless. It's been fun to watch. Padres playing good baseball. They've won 3 straight. We'll come back and talk about the young right after this. Brought to you by Honda. Hurry into the Honda Summerbration sales event today. By Sycuan Casino. Sign up for the Padres Club Card today. And by Petco, where the pets go. The Padres getting ready to finish up the series with the Diamondbacks, but before we get it started, let's send it down to the field and Bob Scanlon.
Well, thank you, Don. It's always fun to have young players on your roster, but one of the perils can be physical and mental fatigue at the end of the season. They're not used to going all the way into September, but so far Carlos Asuaje, Manny Margot, Dinelson Lamet, Austin Hedges, Hunter Renfroe have all done a great job and are still finishing strong. What's the secret? Let's hear from Austin Hedges and hear what's going on.
I think a lot of the work that put in with Brett McCabe in the offseason and throughout this year, just preparing my body and my mind, I'm very pleased with where I'm at right now. I expect to play at a high level all season. I expect it to be healthy physically and and locked in mentally. And anything less would be a disappointment.
I kind of first full year, so I really figured it out on the fly. So just really kind of there working hard and kind of figuring it out as I go.
Well, as you can see, there's different approaches, and Hunter Renfroe is exactly right. A lot of these young guys have to figure it out as they go along, but also give some credit to strength and conditioning coach Brett McCabe, who actually got together with Austin Hedges before the start of the season. They put a plan together to make sure that the catcher can make it through. He's feeling strong, he's feeling good, and all of these young guys are having a nice, strong finish to the season. But right now, it's up to Dinelson Lamet. He's having a strong finish, and he's going to try to deal tonight and help the Padres clinch the sweep. He's going up against Robbie Ray. Padres, Diamondbacks coming up next right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
One of the series.
Anytime you play a team that is presumably going into the playoffs, you know it's going to be a little intense.
And the Diamondbacks lead it 1-0. And the Padres will take a 3-1 lead. The second for one, on to first for two. Run from the catch.
Attaboy!
We welcome you back to Petco Park in San Diego as the Padres take the field tonight. Led by Dinelson Lamet onto the field as the Padres trying to make it 4 wins in a row. It's time now for our weather report, brought to you by your always sunny San Diego Honda dealers. 70 degrees tonight. South breeze at 7 miles per hour. The forecast is for fair the remainder of the evening. Lots of blue sky above as we get it started. Don Orsillo, Mark Krantz, and Bob Scanlon with you for the finale of this 3-game series. Last time we will see the Diamondbacks on the season. As Arizona Diamondbacks here tonight Their lineup is brought to you by Hyundai. For Torey Labello, David Peralta leading it off and in left field with Ketel Marte at shortstop. Paul Goldschmidt at first base with J.D. Martinez in right. Daniel Descalso at second base. Jake Lamb at third with A.J. Pollock back in center field. Chris Herman does the catching, and Robbie Ray, the pitcher, batting out of the number 9 spot for the Diamondbacks. To Nelson Lamet on the hill for the Padres.
Now the 25-year-old making his 20th start. His strength, that slider. He'll throw at any time. He elevates the fastball with 2 strikes 63% of the time. He's just been getting better and better.
A good sign for the Diamondbacks to get David Peralta back at the top of their order. Left the game the other night. The sore quad situation. Missed last night's game, but back in there, and he drives one to deep left field. Back is Jabari Blash at the wall, and it is gone. Well, for the second straight night, the Diamondbacks have led off with a home run. David Peralta with his 14th home run of the year, and Arizona on top 1-0 right out of the gate.
Nice easy swing from David Peralta. 1-0 pitch from Dinelson Lamet. It's a 2-seamer and it's up. Belt buckled high. You know, when you got a guy who throws 95, 96, you know, you get that barrel out there, even going the opposite way, the ball traveling well.
Ketel Marte playing very well, especially defensively for the Diamondbacks. 262, 5 homers, 15 runs batted in for Marte. And he sends one very quickly to shortstop, and Ibar with a nice pick. Throw in time to get Marte for the first out. He got there very quickly, and Ibar and the good reaction. Padres defensively brought to you by Lincoln, and it starts in left field with Jabari Blash moving from right field to left field. First start in left field since July the 29th. Manuel Margot in center, Hunter Renfroe in right. It is Christian Villanueva at third base with Eric Ibar at short. And Hervis Solarte at second, Will Myers at first, and Rocky Gale in behind the dish doing the catching for Dinelson Lamet. One down, and Paul Goldschmidt, a recipient of strike 1. Well, Goldschmidt at 303, 35 home runs, 115 runs batted in. Another strike. Looked like he wanted to swing but couldn't pull the trigger, and finds himself quickly down 0-2.
When you see Paul Goldschmidt do that on a slider like that, that tells you one thing. That is one nasty pitch from Lamet.
Elevates a little bit at 97. A home run by David Peralta starts tonight for the Diamondbacks. And Rocky Gale, his first major league experience since 2015, back in the big leagues. Certainly saw a lot of him in spring training. They're getting a chance to catch here tonight for the first time.
It was really refreshing to see Rocky. What a great story. 29 years old, 24th round pick, organization guy, just busts his tail each and every time. He sets up really well behind the plate too. Looks like he's wearing Austin Hedges' chest protector as well. He's got the AH on the collar. See, when you're a good teammate, you share.
Appeared in 11 games of the Padres, August 6th through October the 4th of 2015. Made one start September the 30th against Milwaukee. He got his first major league hit. That was back in 2015. I didn't see him last year, and a September call up this year. And a swing and a miss. Paul Goldschmidt strikes out. First K of the night for Lamet. 2 down. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Attack Ray, strikes early. Remember the strikes last night out of the hand of Zach Godley, especially the breaking ball. Padres really capitalized on that. And you know what? I was going to get a little froggy and say complete game for Lamet, but I'm kind of thinking realistically a solid 7 would be nice from Dinelson tonight.
So 2 down here in the first inning, and brings up J.D. Martinez. And a strike over the outside corner. Martinez, 40 home runs on the year, 91 runs batted in. 24 home runs since he has become a Diamondback, and 52 runs batted in.
See Rocky Gale trying to bring that pitch in. He's listed at 6'1". He gives a good target. Told him before the game that it was good to see him back in the big leagues. I asked him how many games he caught now past. We said about 100 games for the Chihuahuas.
Fly ball, lifted foul down the right field line and out of play. th start of the year for Dinelson Lamet. On the ground to short. Ibars had to handle a few here in the first inning and up to the task both times. A leadoff home run by David Peralta. 1-0 Arizona. The bottom of the first inning for Andy Green's 9. The San Diego Padres lineup brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Manuel Margot leads it off, and in center field with Eric Ibar at shortstop. Will Myers at first. Hunter Renfroe in right. On Hervis Solarte at second base. Jabari Blash in left with Christian Villanueva at third base. Rocky Gale does the catching. And Dinelson Lamet out of the 9 spot for the Padres. On the mound for the Diamondbacks is Robbie Ray.
Well, 25-year-old Robbie Ray, the strength. He's got an effective slider as well. A .084 opponent's average. And the hitters have chased his slider down. If he gets the feel on that pitch, he could be lights out. He's having one heck of a year. And he owns the Padres, I'm not going to lie. 3-0, 1.33 ERA in the last 3 starts. This year, 2017, he's a good one.
Well, good night last night for Margot again. Another multi-hit night for Margot, going 2 for 3 in the ball game. 2 runs, a walk, and a strikeout. Also had a stolen base. Now has 15 thefts on the year. Most of the National League among rookies in stolen bases. And falling behind is Robbie Ray here, 3-0 to Margot. Ray coming in with a 14-5 record, looking for win number 15. 2.74 ERA into his 26th start of the year. And not close. Ball 4. Walks Margot on 4 pitches. Good runner on here for the Padres in the bottom of the first inning. Let's check out the Arizona Diamondbacks defensively. Left to right across the outfield. David Peralta, A.J. Pollock, and J.D. Martinez. Third to first, Jake Lamb. Ketel Marte, Daniel Descalso, Paul Goldschmidt at first base, with Chris Herman doing the catching for Robbie Ray.
A.J. Pollock 10 for 20 in his last 6 games, Candy.
Eric Ibar stepping out here. Ray with 4 straight balls to begin things here to Manny Margot.
Way
Padres
off.
have a runner at first.
It's been way off early, huh? He got squeezed the first 2 pitches.
Mentioned Ibar hitting at .326 in his career against the Diamondbacks and has done fairly well against Robbie Ray. Takes a breaking ball and drops in there for a strike. So Ray trying something else here.
Sometimes pitcher will do that to get that release point out in front just a little bit more if you're up in the zone. And he made a nice adjustment there.
Three for 8 against Ray Ibar in his career. .375. Quick check on Margot. Mentioned the thefts for Margot, 15 of them. Ibar cranks it foul off to the right out of play and finds himself down here 0-2.
Infield playing to pull, outfield a little bit on the pull side in center field. Why? Well, the left-hander Ray, he will throw that breaking ball in. It's very tough to inside out that pitch. Sometimes the hitter has no choice but to get that head out there in front and try to pull that baseball. That's when you get a grounder to the left side.
Slings it over to first, and again Margot back to the bag, able to cross over to get back. Mention the 15 stolen bases leads National League rookies. He is 3rd in the majors among rookies. Long pause for Ray. Time called, and wow, a lot of things going on there. First of all, a start at first base for Margot, a foul ball swung on by Eric Ibar, and time was out.
Eric Ibar almost picked the ball right out of the glove of Chris Herman. I mean, he was so late on that because, you know, he's concentrating. Robbie Ray goes through his full kick delivery. Time was called, as you mentioned, Don.
So 0-2 again. Reaches out, protects the plate, and fouls it off to the right out of play. Padres trying to answer a quick start tonight for the Diamondbacks. They get a run on the home run by David Peralta right out of the gate in the first inning. Ibar chops it to first. Goldschmidt will go to second for 1. Back to first. Not in time. So they do get a lead runner in Margot. 3-6 on the force out there, but Ibar will reach safely at first.
Well, for a hitter.
Ooh, wow, he may not have gotten that at second base.
Yeah, did he stay on that bat?
Didn't look like he did. Maybe he did. Padres have not decided what they're going to do yet.
Major League McGuire on the horn.
No challenge.
You know,
one down at second base.
That's a tough play for a shortstop. Not only get to that ball, but then regroup and get something on it to try to get it on the back end.
Knew it was going to be close, so he tried to hurry it. Will Myers coming up here for the Padres, and Myers last night, long single off the base of the wall to drive in a run. And Will Margot scored on that, and Myers with a very long single. And shot that through the right side with a shift on against him. Good night last night again for Myers. 2 for 4 in the ball game last night with an RBI. Back to the bag is Ibar.
That ball he hit last night off the wall was a rocket. And the thing was, you know, it wasn't really one of these come out of your shoes type swings. It just goes to show you how big and strong Will Myers is.
Never got all that far off the ground. A little more lift and that would have been gone for sure. Nice sprawling play by Chris Herman to his left to knock that down. Myers batting here in the bottom of the first inning. With Eric Ibar at first, 1 down. And Arizona on top right now, 1-0. In the dirt, and again blocked by Herman. He's had a few already. Robbie Ray has been working very deliberately with men on base. Started off by walking Margot on 4 straight pitches. They race Margot on the fielder's choice. Ibar reaching at first. And he falls behind Myers. 3-0.
Who says you can't pitch well on the road? Robbie Ray 8-1 with a 1.33 ERA. That's 13 starts. It's all about quality pitches. That's one of those questions. Why does he pitch well at home but not on the road? Well, it's a head scratcher. Boils down to making good quality pitches.
Not close, and that's ball 4. Second walk of the inning here allowed by Robbie Ray. He's been out of sorts so far here tonight. What's your pitching coach going to head out and talk to him here? Some success for Hunter Renfroe in the past against Robbie Ray. This was in Arizona Chase Field, a home run for him. June 6th, earlier in the season. Well, Renfroe getting another chance, one of his 21 home runs off Robbie Ray.
We know Robbie Ray is missing with the 2 walks. How about missing in the zone? Something that Hunter Renfroe can duplicate like we just saw.
21 home runs for Hunter on the season. 50 runs batted in. And batting here with 2 on 1 away in the bottom of the first inning. In the dirt again for ball 1. Eric Ibar at second base. Will Myers at first with 1 away, and Herman's done a very good job here in the first inning. Been tested a lot. Renfroe hits a fly ball to center field, playable for A.J. Pollock. Started back, now he comes in and makes the catch. Fires back in towards third base. No advance for the base runners. And now 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning.
Remember last night the Padres got the pitch count up from Zach Godley. It was up around 20. It was 20 plus, I believe.
So 2 down to the inning, 2 on, and Hermes Solarte coming up. That's out of the 5 spot for the Padres tonight. Back at second base, sitting at 251 with 17 homers and 61 runs driven in. Diamondbacks getting a run in the top half of the first on a home run by David Peralta. In there for strike 1. And you see the 95-mile-an-hour fastball for Robbie Ray, and some tough numbers career-wise against Robbie Ray for Solarte, just 2 for 17. On the ground is short. Marte will go the easy way to second for the force out. That gets Ray out of the jam. So he walks a couple but works his way around it. 1-0 Diamondbacks.
one of the nastiest pitches out there in baseball from the rookie to Nelson Lamet. The slider I'm talking about. Down and into the lefties, down and away to the righties. He will throw it anytime. Even the hanging sliders we've seen through the course of the season, they just can't get on top of it and do some damage. How tough is it? Last time out, he threw 50 fastballs, 35 sliders. There's been a couple outings this year where it's almost been 50-50. And talking about a batted ball in play, 212 average on the slider. That's one nasty pitch.
Daniel Descalso leads it off here for the Diamondbacks in the second inning. Descalso, Lamb, and Pollock expected here in the second. Drive to right field, struck pretty well. Back goes Renfroe, and he'll have room. Makes the catch. Shy of the warning track. That was hit better than it was towards the end of the bat, as it turns out. And Descalso is out number 1 in the second inning. That one fooled me a little bit.
Did sound well off the bat, didn't it? I thought it was going to be hit a little deeper than it actually was as well.
So 1 away here in the second inning, and that'll bring up Jake Lamb. The Diamondbacks have lost 3 of their first 5 games. This current road trip to San Francisco and San Diego. These 3 games going 3 for 26. With runners in scoring position, and a drive here out to center field, struck pretty well. Margot back at the wall, he leaps, and that ball is gone. Home run for Jake Lamb, his 28th of the year. Second solo shot of the night for the Diamondbacks, and they take a 2-0 lead. So Peralta homering in the first, Lamb in the second.
Boy, it's been a drought when you talk about home runs in the second half of this season for Jake Lamb. Prior to that home run, back on August 20th at Minnesota. A month.
1 out, bases empty. A.J. Pollock takes strike 1. Pollock now with 12 home runs, 44 RBIs, and a .268 average. Last night had 2 home runs in the ballgame. Leading off for the Diamondbacks last night in the absence of David Peralta. A.J. Pollock with not 1 but 2 home runs in the losing cause, as it turned out, for the Diamondbacks.
See him work around that slider a little bit rather than staying on top and working more north to south, maybe east to west. Don, I was talking about the slider working underneath a little bit. Sometimes a pitcher can get a little east to west this way, working around it like that, rather than north to south this way, staying on top of it, and bang, getting that rotation there. That'll have that. This cement mixer, see ya.
So you're talking about not surrounding the plate, but more over the top.
Exactly.
It's outside for ball 3. On the ground towards short. Ibar racing in, throws on the run, and in time to get A.J. Pollock. And there are 2 outs here in the second inning. Now, both times that Lamet has allowed a home run, he has come back to get a ground out right away. It's been a good sign. He doesn't seem to get ruffled at all.
Part of the maturation process for the young right-hander. Mentioned it, his first 9 starts, a lot of home runs, 11 home runs. Last 9. Last 10 starts, only 3, but tonight 2.
Chris Herman, the catcher for the Diamondbacks. The Padres have lost each of Lamet's last 5 starts. He's gone 0-3 with a 2.51 earned run average individually. So the ERA very good, but the record 0-3. Not his fault, not getting a lot of run support. So a line down the right field line, and that ball is going to be, should be gone. So far the umpire at first is saying it did not go, but I think it's out of here. Down the right field line, kicked off the top of the wall, and that ball is going to be a double for Chris Herman. Apparently didn't get over the fence down there. Must have hit off the top. The way it ricocheted looked like it hit a seat.
That's a foul ball.
That's a foul ball entirely.
Yeah.
They got him standing at second base right now. So they're going to have to get together, and Torey Lovullo out there to talk it over.
Yeah,
Quinn Walcott, first base umpire, called it fair. He said he's got no idea. I just read his lips. Did you see that?
I did.
No idea. So that's not good. Yeah, the ricochet was nasty, and it may have come back. So it's going to be a home run now. Wow. So we'll see what happens here. So they will review this, and Quinn Walcott had the best look, first base umpire. He called it fair. That is definitely foul. See how it goes behind the pole and comes back? That's a ricochet I saw.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it was gone.
Yeah, it changed direction on the right side of that foul ball.
Comes on the fair side.
That's
after
right.
it goes. It matters where it lands, though, and it was on the foul side. And the fans here are now seeing it at the park. So it's foul ball. And they will quickly come to terms with this. Foul ball. So Herman's going to come on back. Now for Herman, that was quite a thought process there. He thought he'd get a double. He's standing at second. Then they tell him he's got a home run.
Right.
Now it's a foul ball. So the third scenario, not the best for Chris Herman as it turns out.
Well, the best scenario for Dinelson Lamet would be a punch out here.
Gets his stuff back on again and stands back in here on the left side with 2 down in the inning. Pretty good shift on him here, going the other way with Margot into left center field. And this is headed towards right center field. Margot's got a long run, but he'll get there. Makes the basket style catch. Well, he came a long way from left center to straightaway to make that grab. Covered a lot of distance out there in center field. Manuel Margot taking a good grab. 2-0 Diamondbacks.
A guy that, you know, when different guys come into this clubhouse over the next few years, I think he sets a tone and example about what it's like to be a Padre, what we're trying to do, what it's like to be a professional, how to handle yourself in the clubhouse, how to handle good outings, bad outings, the value of the weight room. There's a lot that he brings to the table, and I think we sat down as a group and talked about it. Ownership, baseball operations team, we value that.
That's Padres GM A.J. Preller announcing earlier today that the team had come to a contract extension for 2 more years with left-hand pitcher Clayton Richard. Obviously, A.J. Preller very impressed with the leadership abilities of Richard in his clubhouse, how to teach these young players how to handle themselves as a professional, how to prepare themselves for games. But it's not just that, guys. It's also the fact that he said, look, he's changed his arm slot. He is a left-hander that gets a lot of ground balls. He takes great care of himself. We think that we can get 2 more years of production on the field as well. And I don't think anybody would argue that this is a great sign for the Padres in terms of creating stability in that starting rotation over the next 2 years. Guys?
Bob, thanks very much. I am absolutely thrilled for Clayton Richard. I am very excited about having him around for another couple of years, and I think a lot of the things that A.J. Preller said today made a lot of sense about what he has done with this club from a leadership standpoint. And I, for one, noticed it right out of the gate this year when we got to spring training. Just had a feel that he was one of the great leaders of this team, and I think it is very important that they keep him around here the next couple of years.
You're not going to hear any arguments from me. It's the intangibles that this professional left-hander carries each and every day. And Clayton is not, I mean, he'll pick his spots to where he's kind of, rah-rah. He'll have fun with the guys to keep things loose. But when you see him on the bench, when you see him in the clubhouse, his actions speak louder than words, don't they?
Absolutely. No doubt about that. I think he's one of those guys that lead from example.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's a church mouse by any means. I mean, he likes to have fun, but still, his actions say a lot. And I think it's
I think he's a very important part of the youth of this organization. And let's face it, there's going to be a lot of youth here. And there already is. So I think it's great. Swing and a miss as Glass strikes out for the first time of the second inning. First strikeout for Robbie Ray, 1 down.
How about Clayton Richard also leading the troops on road trips and with the different themes? I know that's kind of a current thing in Major League Baseball. We know that the Cubs are big on that with Joe Madden. But that's, a lot of people might look at that and say, yeah, really? But no, yes, really. It does go a long way.
1 down here in the second inning. Christian Villanueva so looking for his first major league hit. 0 for 4 coming into tonight's action. Started in game 1 of the series. Came off the bench last night. Starts game 3. Two-0 pitch. And it's high, ball 3. And Robbie Ray has been a road warrior of sorts. He is 8-1 with a 1.33 earned run average in 13 starts on the road this year. Leads the majors on the road with that 1.33 earned run average. There's a strike, and it's 3-1. Trying to win 6 consecutive starts for the first time in his career.
He's a good one, and it's a good challenge for Villanueva. How about a double right here? 3-1 count.
How about a Fresca? Fouled off to the right, full count.
We got Fresca on our charters. I'm a big fan.
Zach Greinke, the Padres do not have to deal with in this series.
Yeah.
Greinke had won 7 straight games last year. As who Ray would tie if he can win here tonight. Payoff pitch. And it is by the mound up the middle into center field. First major league hit for Christian Villanueva. We'll get that baseball for him. Eric Ibar, veteran's going to grab it.
Oh, the old throw another ball in the stands trick, huh? The old switcheroo.
So they got to get it authenticated first. That's the first thing. A little sticker is going to go on there right now. Rocky Gale's first major league at bat since 2015. And he will take ball one. Games back in 2015 for Gale. There it is. The sticker is in place. It is official. They do that when you got your first hit, or is that something that's relatively recent? Right?
They just threw the ball out of the game and put it in the dugout. And what they would do, for mine, they took another ball and they wrote all over it, like, you know, first hit off soft tossing Guy Hoffman. Should have been, you know, the play that should have been made, should have been called an error, but they gave him a hit. And then they present that to me. And then later on gave me the actual ball. And made like smiley faces all over it.
Do you remember who was in charge of doing that? Who did the writing?
Mike Krukow. High fastball, getting on top of it, and the way the Diamondbacks were shifted. And he's been waiting for that since 2009 when he signed with the Rangers organization.
You know, sometimes they go with the guys who have the nicest handwriting. Sometimes it's the veteran guy. It just kind of depends. Was Krukow kind of the captain?
Yes.
At that point, would you say?
It's perfect.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what his nickname was?
No.
Otter. Remember Otter in Animal House? Eric Stratton?
Yes.
Because he led everything, and he was like the straw that swiveled everything.
That was
he
Mike
was like the
Krukow?
leader. That was his nickname, Otter. Because he was the rush chairman.
It's good that that's not a movie that you've referenced probably 5,000 times.
I felt like going down to the clubhouse and wanting to throw some trivia at Paul Goldschmidt on Billy Madison, because remember he said he's watched it over 100 times.
I'm pretty sure he could handle himself in that regard. 2-2 pitch, and Gale won't chase, full count.
You know, Rocky Gale puts on a pretty good swing. It's an aggressive swing. We just saw one off the foul ball off the bat of the Padres catcher. Listed at 6'1", 184 for Rocky.
Rocky born and still resides in Portland, Oregon. Last year split the year between AA San Antonio and El Paso. One of the PCL champion El Paso Chihuahuas a year ago. Payoff pitch, and Gale fouls it off to the right out of play. Major league experience, those 11 games. Total of 10 at bats in the big leagues with one hit in 2015. At the University of Portland. 8th pitch of the at bat coming up. Full count here to Rocky Gale. Short lead at first base, and a drive to deep left field. This is back towards the Western Metal Supply Company, and it is gone! Rocky Gale with a 2-run home run can smile his way all the way around the bases. He just hit a 2-run home run in the big leagues, and with one swing of the bat ties the game. First major league home run for Rocky Gale. Pitch at bat before getting this 2-run shot.
How can you not be happy for Rocky Gale? On one knee, he gets the breaking ball, full count, That's got the good sound to it. That's great. So happy for Rocky.
How about that smile?
That's great.
Well, Dinelson Lamet taking a hack here. 3 for 31 at the plate. And he strikes out for out number 2 of the inning. Second strikeout for Robbie Ray. 2 down. Nice job by Rocky Gale. Big league home run, a 2-run shot, and tied up 2-2.
It's going to be hard to wipe the smile off that face, isn't it?
Not sure you can. 2 down, 2 runs in, and Manuel Margot getting his second look tonight at Robbie Ray. Walked in the first inning. It's a 4-pitch walk in the first inning. One of 2 walks allowed by Robbie Ray in the first. Trying to grab his bearings here in the first inning. He here has trouble at the bottom of the order. Villanueva with a base hit, his first major league hit, then Rocky Gale, his first major league home run. Second hit for him in the big leagues, and all of a sudden this game is tied 2-2. That's on the corner, and it's 2-1. Ray's had 10+ strikeouts in each of his last 4 starts. Longest streak of his career. Has 2 strikeouts in this inning. And this one blooped to shallow right. It's falling fast. Going to fall in for a hit. J.D. Martinez will gather it. Second time Margot's been on, his first hit of the night. Not hit hard, but well placed on the short lawn in right field.
Little dying quail towards right field. Off the end of the bat, big swing, and nobody to field that one with the way they were played. Dumped in there perfectly.
Eric Ibar coming up. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the first inning. 0 for 1. Getting his second look at Robbie Ray tonight. Two down with Margot at first base. Ibar still patiently awaiting a pitch here from Ray. Another check in, easily back as Margot. Lead was not very big.
Yeah, not the best move from Ray as well.
Outside for ball 1 to Ibar. Going 1 here to Ibar. Myers waiting on deck, but there are 2 outs in the inning. It's up high, ball and a strike now to Ibar. '30th pitch coming this inning for Robbie Ray. It's been a taxing inning. And as a result, you're talking about Zach Godley. This will be pitch number 46 of the night for Robbie Ray. Left-hander has only gone an inning and 2/3. With a soft toss over to first base.
Well, he has slowed it down quite a bit, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. Especially after Margot got on with a single to right field.
I'll tell you what, if Randy Jones was pitching, we'd be in the 6th inning already.
I know. There goes Margot, and a ground ball down the third baseline. Lamb's got a long throw, but he'll get it there in time to retire the side. Well, some special things took place in this inning. Christian Villanueva getting his first major league hit to center field. And how about Rocky Gale's first major league home run, a 2-run shot. Game is tied 2-2. The third inning. I want to remind you to pack some cold ones, a grill and fixings for the tailgate party of the year. You can celebrate San Diego tailgate presented by Budweiser this Saturday before the Padres game against the Rockies at 5:40. Packages include a tailgate spot, koozies, tailgate flag, game tickets, and drink vouchers. Learn more. Grab tickets at Padres.com/tailgate.
You had a beer?
The koozie.
I know what it is. I don't know how to say it.
You ever been on a boat? You know, in the hot weather?
Yes, I have. So it's a koozie?
It's a koozie.
Randy Jones is with us, and you can't figure that out already.
Guys, how are you?
What's up, RJ?
Good to see you guys. Love it.
Great to see you.
How's your attitude?
I'm outstanding. How's your personality, by the way?
Great.
It's a lot of work, I think, in my opinion.
Well, it's a miracle. Yes, it is.
All right, so tell us a little bit about this tailgate you got going on. You're part of this.
Yes, and I think, much instigated by when the Chargers left and I went to LA, and we had the early one before spring training. Actually, we got together here to celebrate San Diego and talk about the great sports and what we've done, the legends that we have, players from San Diego area. So we're going to bring a few of them back on Saturday. So I know Bill Walton's going to be there, nice. Charlie Joyner, Marshall Falk, Trevor Hoffman, myself, Steve Fisher. We're all going to be out there saying hi to the fans and like a little pep rally. Just remind them how great sports are here in San Diego. We got a lot of fans and we're avid about it. And I'm excited about getting together with the fans again.
Is Archie Sinfracco going to be there?
Hey,
I love Archie.
I love Archie. What's wrong with Archie?
He's like a team mascot. Gotta have him there.
We'll see him tomorrow. Yeah. Right? A little softball game tomorrow. Alumni games, but. Saturday's going to be a great time. All these guys, we're going to throw out the first pitch, ceremonial first pitch, come out to the tailgate. The gates open at 12 o'clock out there. All the fun starts about 2 o'clock. We'll get there about 4 o'clock to talk to the fans and say hi. Then we're going to throw out the first pitch. Then we're going to go up the suite and watch a big league ball game.
Sweet.
Outstanding day. I'm looking forward to it.
He's a swing and a foul tip here, 97 miles an hour.
RJ, you come to every home game? I know because
Yes,
you
sir.
see it quite a bit here. What in a day of Randy Jones' life, what goes on once you get out of your car here at Petco Park?
You know, well, number one, I'll say hi to the 450 people that I run into after 40-some years here, which is a compliment. I love the fact that I know so many people around here are fans and people that work here, security guards. That's something special all by itself. But prototypically, there's always itinerary. I have people here that, you know, come to a game. I take them down on the field, maybe feed them some barbecue at the stand. And, you know, just a lot of conversation, a lot of pictures. And, you know, sometimes I just go down by my own number 35 and get photobomb everybody. You know, I know you wish you could do that, Orsello. You can't. I know you do.
I don't have a number. I don't
Are you kidding me?
I got nothing to retire. I got nothing.
You photobomb everywhere, man. I love it. I love that about you.
Hey, you look great. How are you feeling?
I feel great.
That's
I
good.
really do. You know, right now just going through some rehab, getting stronger,
Yeah.
getting some muscle back, and
That's great.
yeah, I'm pretty excited. Cancer free, and you know, I always appreciate my fans here in San Diego. They were very supportive through that, and it's always appreciated.
RJ, I got to be honest with you, man. No, I've known you a long time since being a part of the Padre family, and you're a joy to be around. We all love you. You know what? You walk into the dining room, you light up the room.
Well,
and we're lucky to have you.
You know,
It's awesome.
what's great though, I love seeing everybody. You guys there, I love just seeing everybody. That's what motivates me. Get up in the morning and look forward to coming to the ballpark and seeing what's going on. It's always new.
I remember one time in 1989, I was pitching for the Padres, and RJ comes in the clubhouse at old Jack Murphy, and I'm going to clean it up a little bit. But he plainly just came up to me and said, you know what? You need to get your blank together. Start believing in yourself and throwing strikes and going after these guys.
Yeah.
And he just turned his back and walked away. I was like, whoa.
I mean, you know,
Randy Jones has spoken.
Pretty simple.
Randy Jones has spoken, and
I've said that a couple pictures on this staff, by the way.
Have you?
Yes, I have. You know, I mean, trying to do them a little bit of favor. It might sink in a little bit. Apparently, it didn't do any good with you because you're up here in the booth. So you can see what happens, right, Don? What am I going to do? I mean, are you coachable or not?
I am. And the thing I'm most grateful for is that I don't have to back up third base up here, and I can't hang any sliders.
Oh, man. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, we were pretty good at that in the old days, backing up bases.
Oh, sure.
Oh, we had a lot of practice.
Does this hit the guy?
It looked like it did get him, and I think that's what Arizona may be challenging here. So Lovello has got his hand up right now, and I think he may have gotten that back foot. They're not going to challenge. Well, as part of this tailgate on Saturday, I want to let you know that they'll be watching Aztec football games, or the game itself, on the big screen.
On the big screen.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
Work out great.
Now they're nationally ranked to the top 25 after beating Stanford. That's good stuff.
Yeah, it's been a great start.
And then you think about the baseball programs we have here as far as the college, San Diego State, and how well they've done USD.
Right.
It's just a mecca for sports. And, you know, like I say, look at all the draft picks every year. There's a lot of kids from San Diego that, you know, get drafted and start playing pro ball. Very interesting.
Well, 2 down in the inning. Ketel Marte batting here, a full count. This one fouled off. Your thoughts on Dinelson Lamet and the way he's pitched this season?
Well, very impressive for the young man. You know, 23 years old, and you know, still got some room. You can tell he falls in love with that 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and we also can tell how far it goes when you don't locate it correctly. You know, anything over the middle of the plate, you know, you're going to get punished when you get to this level. They talk about this game being a little bit fast here at the major league level. It's fast, all right. They turn on 97, 98 up here.
This one grounded foul outside of first.
You know, I think the hardest thing to do is teach these kids, you know, less is better. That's not that easy.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you can just figure it out, and once they do, that's when you really see some of these kids really become effective.
There is that happy medium, isn't there, RJ?
Yes,
because, you know, if you tell somebody to, I remember Bob Miller, remember Monk?
You
the
bet,
late Bob
you
Miller.
bet.
He was my pitching instructor in the mine. He told me one time, try a little easier, you know, but, you know, if you try a little easier, you get knocked around, then you think, oh my gosh, I'm not working hard enough. But that's what I mean by that happy medium.
That's that mental struggle you have to fight through that, because it really does work.
Well, strikes out Marte. RJ, thanks very much. Look forward to
Thank
seeing you
you,
on
gentlemen.
Saturday.
I look forward to it.
Thanks, left-hander.
Thank you.
Tailgate on Saturday. Be a part of it. 2-2 the score from Petco.
You talked to me while I did my. Oh no.
Winner.
And so now this is probably the coolest free roller coaster that I've ever done in my life.
Okay. It's hard to go straight. Like you gotta go to the side.
The work that I put in for them and against the opposing hitters is probably the most important part of my day.
Friday on Padres POV, presented by Nissan, we revisit some of the best moments from this season on Padres POV. Tune in Friday after Padres Live. Should be fun.
Well, Myers leading it off here in the bottom of the third inning. Game tied 2-2. It was great to see Randy Jones.
RJ's the best.
Myers walked in the first inning. Certainly missed him in spring training.
Yeah.
Done a lot of spring training. We'll be looking forward to getting back there next year.
He is a valuable asset to the Padre organization, walking around. And you know what? You know what else I love about him? Is that it teaches the younger players a little bit of the history, which I think players should know a lot about. Know the history of your team, for the love of Pete. Know all the great ones and what they did through the organization. I'm a firm believer in that. In baseball in general, too.
Well, he's a great ambassador. There's no doubt about that. Looking forward to the tailgate on Saturday here. And RJ now with Tony Gwynn Jr. and Ted Leitner on the radio side of things right now. Tell them all about what's happening on Saturday. 3-1 to Myers. And that's ball 4, leadoff walk. And there's the third walk allowed by Robbie Ray. Second time Myers has walked against Ray. Runner on, and it brings up Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe flied out to center field. A.J. Pollock in the first inning. In the air to left field. Peralta going back at the wall. It is gone. Hunter Renfroe is homered for the second time since coming back from El Paso. It's home run number 22 of the year, and it puts the Padres on top 4-2. Two-run home runs tonight for the Padres.
Well, one of my keys to the game was attack the Robbie Ray strikes early. First pitch, Hunter Renfroe. You know, he didn't get all of it, but he's so big and strong, even though it's down by the label a little bit, he still gets enough to get it out of here. Two-run shot for Hunter Renfroe. Now that's some kind of nice.
Home run number 22 of the year for Hunter Renfroe. 4-2 Padres. Robbie Ray taken deep for the second time in tonight's game. We got Hervis Solarte grounded into a fielder's choice. He was in the first inning. Getting his second look tonight at Robbie Ray. Waves at that pitch.
That was good to see, wasn't it?
Yeah. Padres have 178 home runs. All-time team season high for the Padres.
How about Major League Baseball breaking the cumulative record of home runs in the season, right? There's one of them tonight. Rocky Gale, the catcher tonight for the Friars.
Couple of firsts tonight. First hit for Villanueva. First home run for Rocky Gale. Coming in the same inning, back to back, and the Padres have added on here now in the third. The walk from Myers, two-run shot by Renfroe. Well, last season against Robbie Ray, taking him deep with Solarte, made the 27th at Chase Field in Arizona. Under foul. Just beyond the dugout. Arizona's side of things here. Was housed on the third base side of Petco Park, the visiting team.
That was our vantage point last night.
It was. Solarte thought about it, ran up in the box, but didn't swing. Full count now. With nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning.
Well, you got to look for the fastball here. See if you can go to
the fastball.
Yeah, and try not to get too froggy on it. Right center field, maybe. J.D. Martinez is kind of on the shallow side, wouldn't you say, down in right field?
Yeah, he's coming in a little bit.
Yeah.
8th pitch of the at bat, and Solarte fouls it back to the screen.
And we know that Robbie Ray likes to try to bury the breaking ball, the fastball, into the righties.
.60 pitches on the night for Robbie Ray.
Fastball in.
Swing and a miss as Solarte strikes out. Fastball running away. Third strikeout for Ray. One down here in the third inning. That'll bring up Jabari Blash. Jabari getting a start tonight in left field. Seeing the bulk of his action in right field, but all the other September call-ups. Blash tonight getting the start in left, and Spangenberg on the bench for tonight's game. At least to begin the game. Lots of bench availability for Andy Green should he need it late in the game. Good start so far tonight for the Padres on top 4-2. They bat with one out here in the home half of the third inning. 9
bench players for Andy.
That's enough. That'll work.
Yep.
There were a lot of nights where you had, what, 2 or 3 during the course of the season. September roster.
Yeah, 10 for Torey Lovello.
Nelson Lamet so far, 44 pitches through the first 3. He's given up 2 home runs himself. Difference is they're both solo shots. Ray's given up 2 2-run home runs as Blash strikes out looking. Back-to-back Ks for Ray. Second time Blash is down by way of the K.
Well, big kid, big strike zone. Four-seamer. And according to home plate umpire Sam Holbrook, caught the outside corner for the strike.
One fouled off. Villanueva, who had a single in the second inning. It was his first major league hit. Four runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Padres. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks. Trying to frame it was Chris Herman, but it's 2-2. Villanueva strikes out this time, and it's 3 straight strikeouts for Ray. But first, the 2-run home run by Hunter Renfroe. Myers had walked to begin the inning, then Renfroe strikes with his 22nd home run of the year RBIs 51 and 52. Gives the Padres a 4-2 lead. Diamondbacks, we get ready for inning number 4. We welcome in Mark Sweeney. And Mark, tonight the Padres brought their bats against Robbie Ray, who's been very good this season. And tonight, so far, so good.
Well, you know you got to handle the fastball with Robbie Ray. He loves that. Obviously, I don't think he had the command to start the game, but we're seeing some first tonight, and I absolutely love it. And obviously, Rocky Gale, when he's smiling around the base paths.
Was that great?
I think everyone in the building was smiling. It's so great.
It's a great story.
All the way around on his home run trot, and Paul Goldschmidt leading it off here to begin the inning and taking strike 1. And also Christian Villanueva with his first major league hit tonight.
Yeah, that whole inning. Villanueva gets his first, and then obviously Rocky Gale circles the pillows with a huge smile.
That's Goldschmidt, J.D. Martinez, and Daniel Descalso scheduled to bat here in the 4th inning.
Now you look at Rocky Gale, and it's the perseverance of what he has done in this organization and getting to the big leagues last year, getting that first hit, but also tonight. You know, the home run and being able to see it. Listen, that's the best, because that's when you start thinking about all of those tough times in the minor leagues that you were wondering if you were ever going to get back. And he did. And he came back.
That's unbelievable.
That is
so
really,
cool.
really cool.
You guys know this baseball game is so special, but when you have stories like that, in the game of baseball has the ability to do that. And not taking anything away from Rocky Gale, he has done everything has been asked to do. And then he gets afforded to come into the big leagues and getting a start against Robbie Ray and hitting a big home run.
On the ground up the middle into left center field. A base hit starts his 4th inning off the bat of Paul Goldschmidt.
Well, the first at bat for Goldschmidt, when Dinelson struck him out, he really pitched him well. You're not going to get away with too many mistakes against Goldschmidt, but I'll tell you what, if he's going to get on board, I'll give him the single. You keep him in the yard, keep the double play in order. He's just that tough of an out.
Lead runner on here for the Diamondbacks. They try to answer after the 2-run bottom of the 3rd inning for the Padres. And here is J.D. Martinez, pretty lethal here. 3-4 of Goldschmidt and Martinez. For the first, and Goldschmidt back to the bag. 50th pitch coming up here for Dinelson Lamet. Diamondbacks and Padres wrapping up their series tonight. The Rockies will be here for the next 4. Fouled off down the right field line, out of play.
You know, guys, it was great to hear Randy Jones. Obviously, seeing him cancer-free, it's a great story. But when he's talking about how pitchers have to pull back a little bit once they learn that, it's the same thing from the offensive standpoint. And you think about Giancarlo Stanton. He hit the home run today, but he has changed his way. He was trying to hit a 500-foot home run for so many years, and now he's going the other way. He's hitting to the center. It doesn't have to be a 500-foot home run. That's what you learn as a baseball player, and he's the example. But it happens with experience, and I think you know that, Mark.
Yeah, and the way I look at that is, you know, when people say you got to go 100% all the time, you kind of do go 100%, but it's a controlled 100%. You can go out and your mechanics will be all out of whack, hitting, throwing, whatever the case is, right? But yet if it's controlled, it's still 100% because you're getting the max effort, you're getting the max use out of your potential by doing it under control, rather than just going off the rails.
Yeah, I think anybody out there that's experienced something new, it always seems like it's very fast. This game gets very fast in certain spots. If you have the ability to slow it down, but also play to that 80–90%, that's what you learn, and that's what people are talking about when they think of experience.
I get it, though. If you are a young guy like a Nelson Lamet who can throw 97, 98, I can imagine having trouble saying, well, I'm not going to throw 97, 98. I'm going to lessen what it is I do velocity-wise. I mean, I could see where you would fall in love with your fastball.
Definitely, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think people don't understand that Clayton Kershaw, who I think is the example in the game of baseball from the pitching standpoint, when he first came to the big leagues, he was throwing 97, 98 with a big curveball. He didn't have a changeup. He was trying to figure that out, and then the slider came. And he is pitching around 93, 94.
Up the middle, Ibarra flipped to second for one, throw to first. Going to be close, and it is in time. Double play. Nicely done. Not hit that hard. Didn't look like they were going to be able to turn it, but they just do. 6-4 to 3 on the Twin killing. 2 down here in the 4th inning.
Good footwork by Jan Hermes Solarte. The old toe tap. Tap it, sling it, and they just get J.D. Martinez.
So here, if the Diamondbacks are going to challenge, they are not the indication by Torey Lovullo. So double play, 2 down, that'll work. And it brings up Daniel Descalso. In the air to center field. Margot backpedaling, has room, and he'll put it away to end the top of the 4th inning. Done with 3.5. Padres have a 4-2 lead. On. Now it's on to the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-2. Padres have the lead over the Diamondbacks. Thanks to a pair of 2-run home runs so far for San Diego on the night. One of those 2-run home runs belonging to Rocky Gale, who's going to lead it off here against Robbie Ray to begin things in the bottom of the 4th inning. Gale's 2-run shot in the 2nd inning after Christian Valbuena had singled to center field. Look back at his first major league home run.
Almost like Adrian Gonzalez down with one knee. It's hard to do, isn't it?
It is. Say Robbie Ray getting a call right there on that last pitch.
Lines it foul off to the right out of play. Get the fastball there. Protecting the plate down 0-2. Fastball at 96.
So how'd you like to be Rocky Gale coming to the field saying, hey, listen, I'm going to the big leagues again. I'm going to show up and Robbie Ray's on the mound. And then you look up at the lineup card and you're starting. Then it starts getting intense the rest of the day.
Ray with 5 strikeouts through the first 3 innings. There's also walked 3 and pitch 75 coming up for him here. Begin things in the bottom of the 4th. Fouled off the end of the bat, kind of cued, and again down to one knee.
Wow, he was way out in front of that. Literally, as you said, Don, cued that ball off the end of his bat.
Well, when you see the velocity out of the hand of Ray, you know you have to be short and quick to the baseball. It's always in the mind of the hitter. Don't get beat by that velocity. Being able to handle it within the strike zone.
In the air, down the left field line towards the corner, but a foul ball. Well, out ahead of that one, making another bid. Thought it might have had a chance to sneak in down there in the left field corner, but stayed foul. One-two pitch. Elevates, and he doesn't chase it. 97. 2-2.
Well, he's a max effort guy, isn't he? Robbie Ray.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up here. Looks like they're trying to go away. And Gale foul off another one. That was up and away in the corner.
Yeah, you see Rocky Gale getting more confident with every pitch. That being said, it's the confidence with the fastball. He is timing him up, and now he's starting to see the release point more and more.
In the air to left center field. This will stay in the yard. Peralta, the left fielder, will make the catch for the first out here at the bottom of the 4th inning. So Rocky Gale lengthy at bat, but flies out to left, one down here in the 4th inning. I'll bring up the Nelson Lamet. Padres pitcher batting for the 2nd time tonight. Struck out in the 2nd. If nothing else, the Padres have got that pitch count up right now for Robbie Ray. Pitch 80 coming up. It's a good sign here with one down in the 4th inning. Robbie Ray coming in looking for his 15th win of the year. 14-5. And it jumps ahead quickly. 0-2. Strike 3 call over the outside corner, and Lamet becomes strikeout victim number 6. Second time Robbie Ray has got him on the night.
Well, guys, you think about it tonight, Robbie Ray, and with those 82 pitches, there's a lot of scouts in the stands. Why? Because they're scouting in case they face the Arizona Diamondbacks and they advance after that wild card game. So the Padres' approach has a lot to what they're going to write down on their scouting reports. If he has his command and what he likes to go to. It's essential moving forward in the playoffs.
Bouncing in, looked like it got Herman maybe in the throat area.
That's a slider that, ooh, right underneath the mask into the throat, chin area.
Going back to work in behind the dish. And a swing and a miss on a fastball. Quickly by Manuel Margot, who's been on twice tonight, a walk and a single.
Well, for the viewers at home, if you haven't found out already, the person you hear grunting after every pitch is Robbie Ray. Field mics picking that up, as I mentioned. Max effort guy every pitch.
Here's a grunter. Remember Jake Peavy grunting back in the day.
Yep.
He was a max effort guy.
Yep. Boy, nasty slider when he was on his game. I mean, he had the heater, he had the slider, bulldog mentality.
I loved when he yelled at himself.
That's what I told
That's
Doug.
my favorite part.
Come on, Peeve. Remember?
And as a hitter, if you didn't know that, you would think he's yelling at you. But he was trying to motivate himself.
It took the American League a little while to figure that out when he came over. Is that, hey, he's not yelling at me, he's actually yelling at himself. Nobody was harder on Jake Peavy than Jake Peavy.
Oh, you appreciated when you were his teammate. You knew exactly what he was going to bring night in and night out.
Foul back to the screen, still 3-2. Five in a row retired by Robbie Ray. For the last 5 on strikeouts. Mentioned 4 straight outings with 10 or more. So far 6 on the night. And that's ball 4. Third time that Manny Margot has been on tonight. Second time that is on the base on balls. So 4 walks allowed by Robbie Ray altogether. And it'll bring up Eric Ibar. Now we're looking at 90 pitches coming up here for Ray.
Yeah, he's good for about 105. Looking at his pitches the last few outings. 101, 106, 107.
Margot back to the bag at first. It's been a slow, methodical Robbie Ray in tonight's game. Especially with men on, he has really slowed it up. First pitch strikes to 9 of 20 tonight for Ray. Saw a much sharper Ray when we were in Arizona than what we have seen tonight. in the dirt, and Herman able to block it again. Slings it over to first base and back to the bag again, Margot. Ibar tonight has grounded into a fielder's choice and grounded out to third, so over 2 so far for the veteran Padres shortstop.
Back.
Gale flight out to left. Lamet struck out. A walk by Margot. All 3-0.
A lot of fastballs missing up in the zone. He's bounced a couple sliders. Right now they need one right in the middle of the plate to do some damage. 3-0 here. Let's see if he's taken.
The pitcher looking on. The pitching coach, as is Torey Lovullo, the manager.
Wow.
And misses badly there for ball 4. 5th walk allowed by Robbie Ray, and 2 come back to back here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, they're going to start stirring in the bullpen for Arizona. Mike Butcher coming out for a conversation.
It's like it's been a battle all night.
Yeah, this looks like the old Robbie Ray, because he did have some control issues at times, and it's all about the fastball command.
You know what he did earlier? I remember one particular at bat after all over the place. He threw a breaking ball for a called strike, and I'm wondering right here with the big kid coming up, Will Myers, runner in scoring position, start off with like maybe a first pitch slider. Let's see if Will is actually looking for one, because hey, if he's looking for it and he gets it marked in that size of a CD, why not hack at it, right?
Yeah, well, your approach as a hitter right here is a 2-0, 3-1 count. You're looking for that specific area.
Yeah.
2 on, 2 down, and Will Myers coming up. Will has walked twice in the game. Got 2 of the 5 walks allowed by Robbie Ray in this contest. We got Margot at second, Ibar at first. Myers taking a hack at that first pitch and does go to the breaking ball, trying to get a strike. 25th pitch of the inning coming up. Down and in again, and it evens at 1-1.
2 breaking balls in a row. Mark, you made a great point in this situation for the blueprint for a hitter coming into the situation. You go in the box as if it's 2-0 or 3-1. I think that really puts it in perspective, because that's the come out of your shoes type swing in a pitch that's right there. And that really wasn't the best offering, that breaking ball down and in to swing at.
Well, you don't want to take away from your aggressiveness, but you want to be specific of what you're looking for.
Runners go. Myers takes a pitch in the dirt, and they'll both advance. Double steal. Margot takes third. Ibar takes second on the stolen bases.
What's pretty interesting about the stolen bases in this standpoint, Manny Margot leads the charge because he's the lead runner. But Eric Ibar has to be aware of when he's going to take that opportunity. See the big high leg kick? Manny Margot puts his head down, but Eric Ibar was on the same page. Sometimes you see that lead runner go and the other guy stays at first.
So now 2 in scoring position with 2 down here. A chance to get some more breathing room for the Padres.
And that was another breaking ball, 2 in the dirt, so 3 in a row.
Alex Myers now. The inning continues. Renfroe waiting on deck. Myers lifts a fly ball to left field. Shallow. Peralta coming in, and he'll make the catch. It ends the inning. The Padres strand a pair in scoring position, but lead it 4-2.
Dinelson Lamet giving up a couple home runs tonight. Opposite field to start the game. David Peralta, nice and easy swing, providing the power. Lamet, how about 97? Down the middle and elevated. El Centro for Jake Lamb. Mark Sweeney mentioned it earlier. Randy Jones mentioned it. At this level, they will turn that around and make it look easy. It's all about location. Yeah, Dinelson Lamet has made a lot of ground maturing as a big league pitcher this year. But he just got to make better pitches on that fastball.
Top of the 5th inning, 4-2. Padres have the lead. Jake Lamb leading it off. He's got 1 of the 2 home runs tonight for the Diamondbacks. Both solo shots. David Peralta in the first, Jake Lamb in the second. Fly ball, center field. This is staying the yard. Manuel Margot handles out number 1. Time now for the Arco top tier player profile. We take a look at Dinelson Lamet. 185 opponent batting average since July 23rd. Luis Castillo second in that category. Gio Gonzalez, Zach Greinke, and Tanner Roark of the Nationals. Lamet on top, just a 185 opponent batting average.
Yeah, and overall in the year, 205 going to this game. And don't let the ERA fool you. You look at the ERA for Lamet, 4.15 going into this game. After his 9th start, it was 6+.
Yeah.
He shaved off over 2 runs.
Chop down the third baseline, foul. J.J. Pollock grounded out to the shortstop Eric Ibar in the second inning. Met with 3 strikeouts in the game tonight. He's not walked anybody, giving up just the 3 hits. As I mentioned, the good part about the home runs, both solo shots. Diamondbacks do have action in their pen. That bounces in for ball 2, 2-2. Starter for the Diamondbacks, Robbie Ray, has thrown 97 pitches through the first 4 innings. Spot of the order coming up here if anybody gets on. Line to right, but right at Renfroe for out number 2. Sharply hit, but right in the neighborhood of Hunter Renfroe. 2 down here in the 5th inning. That'll bring out Chris Herman, the catcher. Flied out to center field back in the second inning. Foul back to the screen. 0-2. Tomorrow Vargas has come out on deck here. He would bat in the pitcher's spot if we get that far. And we won't, as striking out is Chris Herman to end the inning. 4 strikeouts for Lamet, a 4-2 Padres lead. The all-new 2017 Subaru Impreza. Subaru, symmetrical all-wheel drive plus 28 miles per gallon. More than a car, it's a Subaru. By Jack in the Box. Come try Jack's new 9-hour slow-cooked brisket burger only at Jack in the Box for limited time at participating restaurants. And by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on our most exciting lineup. Shop at choosenissan.com. Well, some first in tonight's game as Christian Villanueva gets his first hit. Rocky Gale gets his first major league home run. And the Padres enjoy a 4-2 lead Hunter Renfroe leads it off here in the bottom of the 5th. Renfroe, Solarte, and Blash. Robbie Ray back out there again. His spot in the order did not come up. So he is back out there, and this is pitch 99 to left field. Struck pretty well. Peralta headed back, looking up, and it is gone. Home run number 2 of the night for Hunter Renfroe. And this one's a line drive home run out of the yard. Padres up their lead on top now 5-2.
Well, the old slider that comes down to the swing path of Hunter Renfroe from the lefty Robbie Ray. Talk about speeding up the bat. Hey, it's not the pitch, it's the location. It looks like the way Chris Herman was set up. He wanted to backdoor it. Went down and got it, Mark Sweeney.
Yeah, you see those legs working through the baseball. That enables that barrel right through the ball, and it's a laser down the left field line.
Third home run since returning. That is in there for strike 2 now. Grounded up over the glove of the pitcher Ray, and from second, nice play. Daniel Descalso cutting over from second base, and making a nice rangy play right there for the first out to get Solarte.
It looked like they were playing him so far to pull over there that Descalso has got a long way to go on the shortstop side of second base. And then, you know, again, granted, Solarte doesn't have blazing speed, so he's got plenty of time to get it and throw to first for the out.
Torey Lovullo headed out there, and it has been a rocky outing tonight for Robbie Ray, who has given up a home run in this inning. Third home run he's allowed tonight. J.J. Hoover's coming in. It's 5-2 Padres.
Shown at times in his career the tendency to get high pitch counts very quickly and get himself out of the game in 5 innings. Sometimes he makes that impossible, though. If he's pounding the strike zone with his fastball, it's as good of a fastball as there is in the game right now. He's really improved, and the slider off that fastball plays very similar to the way Kershaw's slider is playing now off his fastball. So big key is get his fastball down. It's easy to say with cameras in your face. It's really hard to do with it coming at you in the batter's box. So guys are well aware of what needs to happen, but your ability to get it down in the game is sometimes it's going to be challenged because it's really good.
That was Andy Green talking before the ball game on how his ball club needed to attack Robbie Ray tonight. He's got to feel good about it, guys. They stayed off that high fastball. They forced him back into the zone to make some mistakes, and they took advantage of him and got that pitch count up to chase him here in the 5th inning. And one of the biggest pests for him tonight, Rocky Gale, a 2-9 pitch at bat, guys.
All right, thanks very much, Scan. And they chase him from the game here after 4 1/3 innings. Charged with 5 runs. He walked 5, and control was a problem throughout the night. Struck out 6. Leaves on the hook, and J.J. Hoover now into the game.
At the Bob's point, you think about Rocky Gale and the approach that he had against Robbie Ray tonight. Even those foul balls, the taxing at bats. Looked like Robbie Ray didn't have his stuff tonight, but those pest at bats really wear you down as a pitcher.
J.J. Hoover into his 48th game of the year. The pitching change brought to you by El Cajon Ford.
Mr. Hoover, 16 of his last 19 appearances have been scoreless. 2.76 ERA. Fine example he sets. Throwing the ball well.
And there for strike 2. Nash had struck out twice against Robbie Ray. Once swinging, once looking. Swing and a miss, and Blash strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. 2 down.
That's somewhat of the same thing we were just talking about Robbie Ray, right? The fastball that's up. Trying to lay off, but if it's up just enough, top part of the zone, or maybe a baseball or 2 baseballs up, that's tough to lay off, I'll bet.
Now 2 down brings up Christian Villanueva. Villanueva getting his first major league hit in the 2nd inning. And he struck out swinging in the 3rd. All that against the Diamondbacks starter tonight in Robbie Ray. Here with 2 outs and the base is empty. Well, his first hit of his major league career, back up the middle out of the reach of Ray and into center field.
That never gets old, does it? The old switcheroo.
Love it.
Driven to deep left field, high, deep, and it is very gone. Christian Villanueva, after getting his first major league hit in the 2nd, has his first major league home run in the 5th, and puts the Padres on top 6-2. Have a night, kid.
The kid from Guadalajara, Mexico. What in the Rocky Gale is going on? He's using his bat. It's infectious. The slider. A la calle. That's great.
Well, breaking ball misses inside to Rocky Gale. Got his first major league home run in the 2nd. New team record for the Padres in home runs at Petco Park, too. As a team, 84 now on the year, as Gale will ground out this time and end the inning. 2 solo shots in the inning. Hunter Renfroe's started the inning, and then the first career home run in the majors for Christian Villanueva has given the Padres a 6-2 lead. Have the lead over the Diamondbacks. We get ready here for the top of the 6th inning and some first tonight. First home run for Christian Villanueva. Well, there it is, the baseball. We'll see what kind of negotiation goes on to get that back.
Yeah, they need to get that back. Kid who was with the Rangers early in his career, spent some time with the Cubs, signed as a free agent with the Padres in 2016. Playing the hot corner tonight and swinging a hot bat.
Tomorrow, Vargas going to pinch hit here in the top of the 6th inning. This is in the pitcher spot, so batting for J.J. Hoover, who gave up a run in 2/3 of an inning. Vargas 0 for 6 this season in 6 games since being called up from AAA Reno. On the corner, and it's 2-1. 68 pitches so far for Nelson Lamet. Works to his first hitter here of the 6th inning. Working with Rocky Gale tonight. He decided on the slider. And it is to shallow left. Blash got a late break and is not going to make the catch. Ends up behind him. Over to back it up is Margot. And Vargas aboard to begin things here with a pinch hit single to left to begin things in the 6th inning. Got a good read out there for Blash and a pretty big divot out there for Blash.
Yeah, you got to replace that divot. And you know what the first thing I think of, guys, when I see an outfielder go for a ball like that? I mean, twisting an ankle, busting up a knee, maybe jarring a hip, but wasn't the most graceful, trying to catch it, and wow.
Now that's a scary moment as an outfielder. You're no man's land, but then you have to keep it in front. Don't want to look away from the baseball, and you don't. I think Jabari knew where that ball was after it ricocheted off his leg.
On a night at first, that's the first career hit for Vargas. Pinch hit single to left field. Tomorrow, Vargas with his first major league hit. On to begin things here in the 6th. Peralta late on the 94-mile-an-hour fastball. He homered to begin things in the 1st inning. Gave the Diamondbacks the lead 1-0. Second straight night. Leadoff hitter has started the game off with a home run. Fights it off foul, running in.
That's a different number, the number 5.
Is that like Gaffier's tape, the number 5?
It looks like it. That would never happen in Spencer Dallon's clubhouse, would it?
Good call.
No chance.
They have about 9 different uniforms, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, you rarely see the same one twice.
Got to have a surplus of numbers too, right?
Yeah, you'd think. Two-two pitch coming up here to Peralta. Full count now. So far tonight, Lamet has not walked anybody. 4 strikeouts in his outing.
And you remember, Don, that home run came on a fastball, so I think he's going to have that breaking ball down and in. Maybe that curveball.
It was down and in, and it missed for ball 4. First walk allowed by Lamet. First 2 have reached here against Lamet in the 6th inning. So a single and a walk, and now you start to get into the heart of the order. First, Ketel Marte coming up. Then you got Paul Goldschmidt and J.D. Martinez. So ideally here, getting a ground ball somewhere to get a double play would be huge. Padres have already turned 1. That was back in the 4th inning. Marte tonight 0 for 2 against Lamet. Running out to short in the 1st, striking out in the 3rd. Swing and a miss, gets away from Gale, but not far enough for the runners to advance. Gale going to go out and talk to Lamet here. That last time out going 6 innings. In fact, the last 4 straight outings for Lamet have all been 6 innings worth of work. And 3 of the last 4 have been up over 100 pitches thrown in his outing. Worked 6 innings last time through 85 pitches. 5 hits and the 1 run and the no decision against the Twins.
You know, and Andy Green's done a nice job. When he extends him a little bit, he backs off. You saw the 85 pitches last time. Wonder how long that leash is going to be for Dinelson Lamet tonight. I don't think there's any restrictions when it comes down to Dinelson Lamet, but you still have to be smart about it and wonder how many taxing innings that young right-hander can take.
Look at Darren Balsley, the pitching coach there, hands on his knees, watching him like an eagle.
There is action in the Padres pen for the first time tonight, and Darren Balsley just off the phone.
Prior to this game, as Craig Stammen heats up, Ketel Marte, 191 at-bats, only grounded into 3 double plays. It's tough to double up. Now they got the double barrel working. Cal McGrath joins him.
Pitch 80 for Lamet coming up. 2 on, nobody out. And Marte lines one down the left field line. A fair ball headed towards the corner. Vargas will score from second base. Throw goes to third, and it's now second and third. Ball got away, but it'll be backed up by Lamet. So Ketel Marte with a double to drive in a run, and it is now 6-3.
Well, this is a kind of a cement mixer breaking ball that's up. It's away, and a nice job of hitting right there by Marte, taking it exactly where it was pitched.
Darren Balsley, pitching coach, headed out here. A hit, a walk, and a 2-base hit has driven in a run for the Diamondbacks to make it 6-3. Paul Goldschmidt coming up here, as you do now get into the heart of the order. We got Goldschmidt and Martinez coming up. And the Diamondbacks making some noise here in the visiting half of the 6th inning. Ball to third, Marte at second. Goldschmidt tonight against Lamet. This is his 3rd plate appearance. Struck out swinging and singled to center. Not close for ball 1. Ball 2. Back-to-back sliders, and they both missed pretty badly. Still nobody out here in the inning. Goldschmidt hits a fly ball to center field, right center. And Margot getting himself ready will make the catch, tagging at third base. Peralta throw goes to third as the run scores, and they keep Marte at second base. But that is the 4th run of the night for the Diamondbacks, and it's now 6-4 Padres.
Well done, smart play by Manny Margot, because he didn't have a play at the plate. So what you have to do is try to prevent Marte from getting to third base.
That is the first out here of the inning. One down in the top of the 6th. You got Marte still at second base, and J.D. Martinez coming up. Represents the tying run now.
Yeah, that breaking ball starting to be up in the zone a little bit, just kind of rolling up there. Not really having the sharp break it once had earlier in the game.
In the air to right field, opposite field, and when it comes down, this game is tied. J.D. Martinez with a 2-run shot opposite field, and it is 6-6. That happened very quickly for the Diamondbacks here in the top of the 6th inning.
I remember last time in the desert talking to Bob Brenly about J.D. Martinez, and he says, you know what? A lot of his home runs, now 25 as a Diamondback, opposite field. He has got some pop, my friend. Pull side, but I tell you what, he can drive it to the opposite with the best of them.
Padres had a 6-2 lead, not anymore.
MLB.TV every night, every device. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live. Plus, get a free subscription to @Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details.
Well, turn of events here happening pretty quickly. A 4-run top half of the 6th inning so far for the Diamondbacks on top. They're actually tying here 6-6, but coming back from a 4-run deficit to tie it up. And Kyle McGrath now into the game, his 12th appearance.
The soft tossing left-hander who throws from the right-handed arm slot. I mean, his release point is like, it's like over his head, almost on the other side when he releases. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's very unorthodox.
Pretty close.
Daniel Descalso leading it off here. First batter that McGrath faces since coming in. Stammen was up as well in the pen and continues to throw out there in the pen. To right field, incoming is Renfroe, and he will get there to make the catch, middle of the cap high for out number 2. Kind of get jammed on that one. McGrath getting in on him. 2 down. Well, that kind of left there to figure out what went wrong after 5 1/3, giving up 6 runs.
The breaking ball flattened out. Location wasn't there.
Jake Lamb 1 for 2. One of those a home run. I think he labored a little bit, got tired.
I think so. I look at the arm angle of the pitcher on the breaking ball. As I mentioned, you work around a little bit. It kind of flattens out a little bit. Location of the fastball not quite there.
So the Padres into their pen for the first time tonight here in the 6th inning. McGrath first out of the pen, gets that out of Descalso. Lamb tardy. 1-2. Fastball only at 86. It acts a little faster.
I would imagine as a hitter, it's tough to stay back on that. After seeing 96, 97.
A lot of it, it's deception.
Yeah.
Easy for me to say.
Swing and a miss, and McGrath strikes out Lamb. A 4-run inning as the Padres and Diamondbacks are now tied at 6. The Pittsburgh Pirates get a walk-off from Adam Frazier. 2-run home run to walk it off and beat the Brewers 6-4 at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. And that hurts for the Brewers in the midst of a wild card scenario, as the Brewers are a game back of the Colorado Rockies. Arizona right now a +5 in the wild card situation. Cardinals just 2.5 out. It'll be very interesting here in the last week plus of the Major League regular season.
Yeah, because the Rockies lost today. They were whitewashed by the Giants 4-0. And Corey Knebel, he had quite a streak going. Only 1 run over his last 24 2/3 innings pitched. in Milwaukee. 9 of their last 11 games, now 10 out of 12. Before tonight's game, they outscored their opponents 61-26, scoring some serious runs. That is one close race, my friend.
Well, Jimmy Sherfy coming into the game here for the Diamondbacks and getting a lot of use out of the bullpen for Arizona.
Pitched on Monday night, 1 inning, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He's got a live arm. His 9th game for the hard-throwing right-hander.
Well, this is Wahey going to pinch hit here in the pitcher's spot. So McGrath did a nice job. Faced 2 hitters. Got them both. Fly out and a strikeout to end the top half of this, the 6th inning. Wahey at 278, 4 homers, and 20 runs batted in. And that got the home plate umpire, it appeared, Sam Holbrook. Other umpire's going to come in and check on him. And off the arm, bicep area.
Yep.
Will Simon, Padres trainer, out to check on him. Appears to be okay. Sam Holbrook, the crew chief of this crew, and working the plate tonight. Wahey pinch hitting to begin things here in the 6th inning. Margot and Ibar to follow. It was now a tie game. Down and in, didn't go. There's a check with Ramon DeJesus, didn't offer. Swing and a miss. 2-2. And now the Diamondbacks are shifting on the right side of the infield. In the dirt, and it's a full count now. Wahey's been playing on a regular basis and hitting towards the top of the Padres order. Ending the night off at second base. And here's Solarte getting the start tonight and coming off the bench here to pinch hit in the last of the 6th inning. Out ahead, and the breaking ball fouling it off. That'll drop in there for strike 3 as Wahey knew it. Takes with him the first strikeout for Jimmy Sherfy.
Tomorrow, Major League Baseball is on FS1. With the postseason approaching, Brian Dozier and the Twins are fighting for every win as they face Ian Kinsler and the Tigers. That's tomorrow at 4 Pacific on FS1.
One down here in the 6th inning. Top of the order now, Manuel Margot has been aboard 3 times in this game. Breaking ball kind of fooled him there, buckled him. Grabs the inside corner for strike one. Walked in the first, single to right in the second, and walked in the fourth inning. All of that against tonight's starter for the Diamondbacks, Robbie Ray. Gave up 5 runs in 4 1/3, but not part of the decision. This is down the third baseline, picked by Lamb. His throw will not be in time and pulls Goldschmidt off the bag. That'll be an infield hit. Second hit of the night for Manuel Margot. 4th time he's been aboard.
Well, in our pregame show, we talked about the top of the order. 1, 2, 3 last night. Last night it was Margot Asuaje Myers. Tonight, Margot Ibar Myers. And Manny's doing his part. Multi-hit Manny at it again.
One out, one on, and Eric Ibar coming up. Ibar has grounded into a fielder's choice, grounded out to third, and last time up walked and stole a base. Runner goes, and a ground ball base hit through the left side for Ibar. So Margot just keeps on going, and he'll get to third. Little hit and run, and works out great for the Padres.
That was pretty. That was very pretty. Why? Watch how Ibar gets on top of this ball and hits it on the ground. Hit and run, that's exactly what you do. Hitting it in the air doesn't do you any good. With the way the Diamondbacks are shifted over there, only one player on the left side, and Margot comes into your screen, sliding into third base. We got action. First and third action.
First and third, one down, and Will Myers coming up. Will walked in the first, walked in the third, fly out to left in the 4th inning. Inside, that one straightens him up. Here comes Mike Butcher, the pitching coach. Doesn't like the way things are going right now. Let's have to talk. Jimmy Sherfy got the strikeout to begin the inning, but infield hit and then a single. First and third, one down.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
First and third, one down, and Will Myers. Ahead in the count, 1-0. He's been swinging a good bat. Trying to put the Padres back on top again. Reaches out and pops it up. Right side of the infield. And does Calso. A couple strides on the outfield grass, makes the catch. For the second out, a frustrated Myers fired down his bat after he popped out to second base.
Yeah, it looked like a little breaking ball, a little slider down and away, and Will opened up on it and worked underneath it to keep it on the infield. That's a slider, and look at him, open up, front shoulder exposed, the hip, back, dragging, working underneath for the pop fly. Very frustrating for Will.
So 2 down, first and third, and Hunter Renfroe, the batter. He has homered twice in this game. 2-run shot in the third, solo shot in the 5th. Breaking ball starts him for strike one. Well, for Renfroe, his 22nd home run of the year was his 2-run shot in the third. Solo shot for him in the 5th. Now a foul back has him down 0-2. He's throwing hard, 96 miles an hour. Started him with a breaking ball, but that time the fastball, and it's 0-2. First and third with 2 down. Go ahead run 90 feet away. Runner goes at first. Renfroe takes it. No throw. And a stolen base for Eric Ibar, his second of the night. So now 2 in scoring position. Time called as Herman and Herman and Sherfy going back and forth.
You know, with a guy in second base in the series of signs and a guy who throws as hard as Sherfy, you better make sure you're on the right page as far as signs go. You get crossed up with that kid throwing a fastball, anticipating a breaking ball, somebody's going to get hurt.
Renfroe reaches out, pops it up left side. Marte will make the catch, and out of the jam is Sherfy. The Padres strand 2 in scoring position, tied at 6. Game summary, and Rocky Gale getting his first major league home run, a 2-run shot for the Padres in the second inning. Hunter Renfroe gets not 1 but 2 home runs. His second home run coming in the 5th inning, a solo shot, would set the stage here for Christian Villanueva to get his first major league home run. Second hit in the big leagues, and the Padres had a 6-2 lead, but J.D. Martinez hits this shot to right field. And for J.D. Martinez, his 41st home run of the year, his 25th in an Arizona Diamondbacks uniform. 2-run shot ties the game 6-6. To the 7th inning we go, as Craig Stammen now on the hill for the Padres, their second reliever, third pitcher of the night.
2/3 of an inning on Monday, and zeros all the way across for the veteran right-hander. He's got to hold that tie. He's got good stuff. Craig has just been lights out. The 2-seam fastball, the breaking ball, the changeup. 15-inning scoreless streak. 3rd longest streak in the National League for Craig Stammen.
A.J. Pollock leading it off, and down 0-2. Good left fielder for the Padres as well, as now Matt Caesar has taken over in left field. In the air, foul off to the right, out of play. off the legs of Stammen. Can't find it. Recovers and throws just in time. Nice play by Craig Stammen. He located the baseball at the last possible second, fired to first, and still gets A.J. Pollock. He's got pretty good speed. He was looking up in the air.
Hockey suit. Skate saving a beauty. Stammen up with it over to first for the out. Nice. You know, Cersei, you get one of those off the ankle. He got that off the shoe in the right spot because he didn't, hop around in pain or anything. You get into the heel, those shoes are kind of thick and it doesn't get that bone. Tell you what, a ball hit like that, if you get it right on the ankle,
Yeah, I've gotten one.
You know exactly what it's like.
Yeah, it's very painful. It was Chris Herman on the ground right side, diving. Solarte couldn't get it. The throw is going to be late. Villanueva diving, couldn't get it. Solarte did in the backhand, but his throw late. And Herman will reach. Hitting that one into the shift, but able to get on base. Closed captioning brought to you by Wiener Schnitzel. Another pinch hitter coming up here now for the Diamondbacks, former Padre Ray Fuentes.
Good effort by Jan Harris there.
Head run on base here now for the Diamondbacks in the 7th. Runner first with one down. Padres infield a double play depth. They have turned one tonight. That was back in the 4th inning. .238, 3 homers, 9 runs batted in for Fuentes. Last 44 games, he's hit at a .281 clip. Runner goes. Fuentes will take the pitch, throw down. It is not in time. Stolen base for the catcher, Chris Herman. Into scoring position with now one down. Mark McGuire going to check this out, see if the Padres will challenge.
He keeps the glove on him. Eric Ibar does this. Ooh, did you see his foot come off the bag a little bit and rotate a little bit? Right there? No?
No, I think he kept it.
All right. I believe you.
No challenge from the Padres. All 3-0. First base now open. Fuentes pinch hitting. David Peralta, top of the order. Dangerous hitter on deck. And a 6-6 game now here in the top of the 7th inning. There's a strike, 3-1. Appeared to be taken all the way. Now Stammen has been used in more high leverage situations as the season has moved along, and he's done a fantastic job. And a jam here in the 7th inning, trying to keep this a tie game right now. Diamondbacks erased a 4-run deficit, and they've tied it up 6-6. Fuentes will take ball 4. Down to first base he goes. So 2 on, 1 away, and David Peralta coming up. Peralta homered in the 1st inning. Grounded out to short in the 3rd. Walked and scored in the 6th inning. Home run, his 14th of the year. Damon could use a ground ball somewhere in the infield right now to be able to turn another DP. Fouled off to the left hand. It's 1-1.
Well, before this game for David Peralta, 496 at-bats, only grounding into 7 double plays. The leader in that category for the Diamondbacks with 15 is Jake Lamb.
Lined into left center field. That's a hit. Coming around from second base is Herman. Throw headed towards third. It's off the mark. And everybody's going to be safe as the Diamondbacks have taken a 7-6 lead. David Peralta sends one out to left center field and drives in the go-ahead run for the Diamondbacks.
Two-seam fastball up, and Peralta is such a good hitter. Puts together good at-bats, takes it the opposite way. Now this throw-in from center field. Got to get that ball to second base. Very, very slim chance getting that runner, but Peralta moves up in a scoring position.
It's a double and an RBI for Peralta, his second RBI of the night. Fuentes took third. Peralta now stands at second. And the Padres are going to bring that infield in. Yes, Ketel Marte is coming up, and Darren Balsley, the pitching coach, heading to the mound. After Marte, you get Paul Goldschmidt coming up. So, and then J.D. Martinez, if you get that far. Still only 1 out in the inning.
And do you think that Marte is going to get some pitches to hit here?
I would say so.
Yes. Craig, got to be very, very careful. You know, in situations like this, we've seen it before. First pitch breaking ball. Guys are looking for the fastball. They've got 2 runners out there. Single probably scores 2. Let's see if Stammen starts him off with a wrinkle.
Goes to the breaking ball for strike 1. Last time up for Marte, a double to left field. A little drive and a run. High strike call, 0-2.
Good pitch, two-seamer in. This is what Craig does really well, especially with the way he's been throwing the ball lately. Two-seamers into the left. He's straightened them up for the called strike.
Marte with a swing and a miss, and a big strikeout there for Stammen. That is out number 2 here in the 7th inning. Needed that.
The Red Cross depends on financial donations to be able to provide disaster relief immediately. Help people affected by Hurricanes Harvey and Irma by visiting redcross.org or texting the word Red Cross to 90999 to make a $10 donation.
Peralta at second base. At third is Fuentes, and with 2 down in the inning, you got Paul Goldschmidt coming up. Big swing and a miss for Goldschmidt right there. Singled in the 4th inning and a sac fly in the 6th inning. Part of that 4-run 6th inning that tied the game, but now Diamondbacks have got the lead here in the 7th. Dropped the first 2 games of this 3-game series to the Padres. passes with a breaking ball, and it evens at 1-1. Second and third with two away, a run in. Ball two. There's some dancing down that line at third is Fuentes. Villanueva backed up at third base, get himself a pretty good sized lead down that third base line.
You make a good point, Tom, because as far as the third baseman is off, Villanueva, you know, you can take an extra lead, as you mentioned. You can get a third of the way down the line. Look at him.
In the dirt, and Rocky Gale to his right, able to block it.
Then you got to scamper back as quickly as possible. I mean, when you look, he was like down here, wasn't he?
Yep. He's within the eye level of Craig Stammen. Villanueva a little closer to third base this time. They moved him. So not quite the lead he had before. Ball four, and Goldschmidt will walk with first base open, heads on down. Second walk of the inning allowed by Craig Stammen. Now they're loaded up for the Diamondbacks, and you got J.D. Martinez coming up. Rocky Gale, the catcher, headed out here to talk to Stammen. The last time we saw J.D. Martinez at the plate, he did this, a two-run shot in the sixth inning, opposite field to Nelson Lamet. Home run number 41 of the year, his 25th in a D-backs uniform. Bases loaded situation, two down here in the visiting half of the seventh inning. Strike one. Started him with a slider that time. Gale with a nice block again, and it's a ball and a strike.
You know, Rocky's pretty solid behind home plate. Good technique. I've watched some balls that have been in the dirt. I like the way he sets up behind the plate. I like the way he gives his target. You know, he's listed at 6'1", but I think he's very, very solid behind the plate.
Martinez hits a fly ball to center field, playable for Manuel Margot. He'll put it away and end the inning. The Diamondbacks do get a run and take a 7-6 lead. Go-ahead run on the top half of the inning. It is 7th inning stretch, and it is brought to you by Hyundai. Well, the Padres here in Game 3 of this 3-game series against the Diamondbacks at one time had a 6-2 lead. Diamondbacks came back, tied it up, and now they have pushed across the go-ahead run to put Arizona on top 7-6. David Hernandez, the new pitcher, now in for Arizona.
We've seen a lot of David Hernandez since the Diamondbacks being in the NL West in the desert, now here in San Diego. Good splits against the lefties, 190, and the righties, 278. But when you look at the numbers here, what jumps out at you are the very few walks. Only 9 in 51 plus innings and almost a strikeout per innings pitched. So he's a good one. He's got a good live arm.
We will be dealing with Yangervis Solarte, Matt Caesar, and Christian Villanueva scheduled to bat in the inning.
So trying to bridge that gap, right, Don? With Hernandez, Bradley, Rodney. Whatever route Torey Lovullo tries to go. But the job of the Padres is to get some base runners this inning.
Yangervis Solarte 0 for 3 on the night. It's a pop-up into shallow center. The shortstop Marte out. Pollock, center fielder, takes charge and makes the catch for out number 1 of the 7th inning. Time now for the Bill Howell plays of the game. A lot of first tonight. Villanueva getting his first major league hit. Rocky Gale getting his first major league home run. 2-run shot. And Christian Villanueva will be back again to get another first. On the same night he gets his first hit, he gets his first home run as well. One down here in the last of the 7th. Matt Caesar took over an inning ago from Jabari Blash. And haven't heard anything. I wonder if Blash hurt himself in that play in left field. It's a straight up switch, not a double switch. 222, 3 homers, 18 runs batted in for Matt Caesar. Villanueva waiting on deck. Padres batting here in their half of the 7th. So Jimmy Sherfy ended up going an inning of relief. He pitched the 6th. Gave up a couple of hits. No runs, didn't walk anybody, struck out a batter. 8 strikeouts in the game tonight for Diamondbacks pitching. Robbie Ray, who started this game, was on the hook as he went 4 1/3, 5 runs. But he is no longer on the hook as Diamondbacks come back, tie it up, and now take the lead. Lined and into right field, a base hit for Caesar. Just out of the reach of Daniel Descalso at second base, and a 1-out base runner here for the Padres in the 7th inning.
That's getting on top of that 4-seam fastball. Look at it, on contact. It's on the Padres. Right across the chest, taking it the other way, and just out of the reach of Descalso. Ball slicing off the bat.
1 out, 1 on, and Christian Villanueva ready to bat. Villanueva with 2 hits, single and the home run. Now 1 on, Villanueva getting his second big league start. Started game 1 of this 3-game series against the D-backs. Jammed and fouls it back to even the count of 1-1. Time called late. Following through the pitch is David Hernandez. That's what you should do there instead of.
Sure, or fire it back to the backstop. You know, he threw a slider there, so what do? You know, a lot of hitters have different theories. Do they turn away because they don't want to see the pitch? If they see the pitch, they tell themselves, okay, is he going to throw that again, or is he going to throw another pitch? So what do you think? He threw a slider. Is he going to throw another slider here?
I think he changes up. On the ground, foul. Well, stayed with it.
Yeah. Don't you think that would kind of play with your head a little bit, though, as a hitter?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Popped up. Down from first comes Paul Goldschmidt. Calls off Hernandez, who was looking like he wanted to make that play, the pitcher. That's out number 2 of the inning. So 2 down and Caesar at first base. And looks like Hector Sanchez is going to pinch hit. Here for Rocky Gale, who's scheduled to bat. Sanchez gonna pinch it here.
Well, Hector Sanchez likes the fastball. We know that. And believe me, David Hernandez knows that. But looks like the skipper, Torey Lovullo, is out to the mound.
And once Hector Sanchez was introduced, going to make the change. David Hernandez will be departing here with 2 down in the bottom of the 7th inning. Diamondbacks on top 7-6. By Petco, where the pets go. And by Evans Tire and Service Centers, home of the buy 2 get 2. Now we move along here with 2 down in the 7th inning, and Padres trailing by a run. That's Caesar at first base. Hector Sanchez will be coming up here for the Padres as they try to come back in this one, but have to do it against a very good pitcher. Archie Bradley coming in. We saw him in Arizona. He was outstanding.
NL rankings for relievers. First in ERA with a 1.20. Tied for third for holds, 23. Whip, that's walks and hits combined for innings pitched, 0.93 for Archie Bradley. He's got the good hard fastball, the devastating breaking ball.
A lot of people wondering if he would be a better selection as the closer, but Torey Lovullo really feels like this is his guy that if he needs an out, a big out somewhere, or maybe even more than an inning, this is his guy to be able to do that with.
Absolutely, and he has not allowed a homer in 43 straight games. That's over 45 2/3 innings pitched. and only 1 over his last 53. Definitely has closer stuff. And Torey Lovullo is thinking, you know what? This could be the save right here. You never know what the Diamondbacks are going to do in the top half.
Well, looking at the matchups right now, who's coming up?
And as we mentioned, sometimes the save comes in the 7th or the 8th.
Two-0 pitch coming up here. And Sanchez hits it a mile high, foul ground. Jake Lamb is perhaps got to play. Look out! It's the shortstop, Marte, and the snow cone. He makes the catch, but he was bobbling around there in the glove, and Bradley gets out of this in the 7th as Lamb. This one came back, and Marte makes the catch, and it almost came out.
Baltimore, Boston with the upper hand, and when you have Chris Sale on the mound, you got a good shot.
Well, he had 17th win tonight, 13 punch-outs of the Baltimore Orioles, but more important, the 300 strikeouts. Pretty impressive, not since Pedro Martinez in 1999.
Been a little while, so Sale saying, you know what, Corey Kluber, this is not a Cy Young guaranteed to you. He's trying to make his case as well. Well, Mark and I see on Padres Live, the postgame show, which is brought to you by Cox Communications. You're going to hear from Andy Green tonight. Also, we'll break down what was the singular pitch that was the issue for Dinelson Lamet. So we'll have all that for you and a whole lot more. Plus, we'll get you set for the Rockies series when we see you after the final out. Don and Mark.
All right, thanks very much, Mike and Mark, as we move along here now to the 8th inning, and the Padres trailing by a run. It is 7-6. The end of the ball game is Tim Melville. Called Monday from AAA El Paso. First appearance in a Padres uniform, acquired off waivers from the Minnesota Twins in August. Previously had made one start, one appearance for the Twins this season back on August 21st against the White Sox. 2 games, 2 starts for him in El Paso, and here he is for the first time in a Padres uniform. Up and in, and that one got away from him to Daniel Descalso. Right up by his face, look out. And Sanchez barely got a glove on that one. Hector incidentally staying in the game after he pinch hit. Padres also have a new third baseman in Corey Spangenberg. Popped up right side of the infield. Will Myers in fair ground. Handles out number 1. So one down here in the 8th, and it brings up Jake Lamb. Lamb's got a home run tonight back in the 2nd inning. Melville taking over for Craig Stammen. Stammen ended up working the 7th inning. Allowed 2 hits and the go-ahead run. He's on the hook right now. Walked 2, struck out 1. It's outside for ball 3. And now Pollock next as the Diamondbacks bat here in the 8th.
You know, I think this is a high leverage situation for Melville. 1-run deficit, right? You got to hold that deficit. 7-6.
Well, he walks Jake Lamb here with 1 down in the 8th. John Balsley back on the phone again. Mazzoni is going to get up next. Corey Mazzoni, the right-hander, warming. A.J. Pollock with 1 out, 1 on. Sanchez heads out here to talk to Melville. And his debut in a Padres uniform here tonight, coming in a 1-run game in the 8th. A.J. Pollock 0 for 3 in the ball game tonight. He's grounded out to short, lined out to right, and grounded back to the mound. Breaking ball missing for ball 2. Margot, center fielder, over towards right center. The gap out in left center field here for A.J. Pollock. Hitting from the right side. 8 balls so far, the 9 pitches thrown by Tim Melville. And he walks Pollock. Back-to-back walks allowed by Melville. And here comes Andy Green after the back-to-back walks with 1 out in the inning. Corey Mazzoni's been warming up in the pen. Looks like he's coming in. The pitching change from Petco Park. Diamondbacks have a 7-6 lead here in the 8th. 8th inning. Arizona with runners at first and second after back-to-back walks allowed by Melville, who departs the game, and now Corey Mazzoni comes in.
Well, Corey was selected September 12th from AAA El Paso. First major league stint since 2015, and he has struggled since he's been called up. Now his third game, only 3 innings, 10 earned runs. Time to turn it around for Corey Mazzoni. Inherits a couple runners at the bottom of the order.
He comes in here in a tough spot, trying to keep this a 1-run game. Chris Herman singled his last time up, 1 for 3 in the ball game. He would steal a base and come around to score the go-ahead run for the Diamondbacks. Lamb at second, Pollock at first, 1 down. Foul back, 1-1. Mazzoni becomes the 5th arm used tonight by the Padres to Nelson Lamet. Started going 5 1/3, giving up 6 runs on 6 hits. Walked the batter and struck out 4 in his outing. Outfield playing for Herman to go the other way as Margot is well over into left center. A gap out in right center. And they stay away from him for ball 2.
This is almost the opposite of the DJ LeMahieu shift, right? Because usually Margot, who's here against LeMahieu, he's over here. But right now, you got that gap in right center field.
Behind Herman here, 3-1. Strike call. Herman thought he had ball 4, but he gets the bad news from Sam Holbrook.
Two-seam fastball away, and it might have been off the plate a little bit, but a nice frame job there by Sanchez.
Two on, 1 away, and Herman here with a full count. Lavello starts the runners here. He does not, and there's a flare to center. Margot will run in to make the catch. Chance for a double play, and it is not in time. Back safely at second base is Jake Lamb. 2 down to the inning.
Thought they had him. I thought they had him. Manuel Margot, his momentum going towards the left field line. It draws Solarte off the bag. Good throw gets him. Good hustle by Manuel. The off balance throw.
Archie Bradley going to hit for himself here. The runners at first and second. The pitcher want him to stay in the game. And he lines one to center field. That's in for a base hit. And it gets by Margot to the track and the wall. This will play 2 runs. Meanwhile, Archie Bradley is headed for third base. He'll get there standing. And he drives in 2 huge runs at this stage of the game, and it's now 9-6 Arizona. Manuel Margot looked like he had it all sized up out there in center. It gets by him and all the way back to the 396 marker. It's a single, 1 RBI, and an error charged to Margot in center. Now liner foul off to the left out of play. It's only a 3-run lead now for the Diamondbacks. And a swing and a miss, 0-2. So 2 runs that score in this inning are charged to Tim Melville in his Padres debut. He walked 2 and they both turned into runs. And Corey Mazzoni trying to finish it off here in the 8th inning. Grounder to short, and Ibar throws him out and ends the inning. But 2 more runs for the Diamondbacks. They take a 9-6 lead. Four-game series for the Padres and the Rockies. Tyler Anderson 5-5 with a 5.28 earned run average. Be matched up against Clayton Richard, looking for his 8th win of the year, a 4.82 ERA. Padres and Rockies game 1 of the 4-gamer. Coverage begins at 6:30 tomorrow night. Padres and Rockies just finished up a series in Denver, as the Padres were able to win the final game of that series on Sunday before coming home, and we'll face them again beginning tomorrow. Now, Padres have work to do here as they come to bat in the last of the 8th inning. And of course, Spangenberg will be leading it off, part of a double switch last inning. He'll be getting his first plate appearance, and it'll be against Archie Bradley, who comes up with that big hit. They wanted him to stay in the game. They had the pitcher hit, and he drives in 2.
You know, it's going to be interesting. He ran that ball out after it got by Margot. I mean, he was huffing and puffing all the way around the bases for the triple. Hey, will it affect him? We will soon see. He's got the fastball upper 90s. Is he kind of huffing and puffing right now? I mean, that takes a lot out of a pitcher.
Came into the game, got the final out of last inning, and getting Hector Sanchez to pop out to short. Spansberg swings at the first pitch and grounds one to second as Kelso throws him out for the first out here at the bottom of the 8th. That helps Archie Bradley's situation. 1 pitch, 1 out. Well, Margot coming up here for the Padres. He's been on base 4 times in this game. 2 walks, 2 singles. On the ground to third base, a bobble there by Lamb. Time to recover, and he still gets Margot. 2 down in the 8th. Lamb could not play cleanly, and knew he had to hurry with Margot running, but still get it across the diamond. 2 down. Bring up Eric Ibar. First time Margot has been retired tonight. Eric Ibar with a walk and a single tonight, and 2 stolen bases in the game. To left field, Peralta coming in, but that's going to drop for a base hit, and Ibar got himself a hit, his 2nd hit of the night. 4th time that he has been on base.
That's just fighting off a fastball, getting the bat out in front, making contact, and flaring that one down the left field line. Padres need base runners. It's going to be a challenge, though, against Archie Bradley.
You got Will Myers coming up. We're looking for his first hit of the night. On twice, walking in the 1st and the 3rd. Flied out the last 2 times up. Myers lines one foul. Jumping on that first pitch, the 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and a tad late. It's a moving fastball, too. It's not straight.
It's got a little run to it. Tough to square up, especially if it's up in the zone a little bit.
Brad Hand warming in the pen right now for the Padres. Myers fouls it off to the right, out of play. That'll get up into the upper deck. Taking a long stroll out of the batter's box after that foul fly. Archie Bradley giving up a 2-out base hit to Eric Ibar. Myers will foul off another fastball. One of the hardest maybe we've seen at 97. Fouled off again. Fastball after fastball, and Myers is fouling them off.
That's tough to really catch up to that high heater, isn't it? But you know what? If you get one down a little bit more, Will Myers can flirt with that right field wall with the best of them.
Renfroe waiting on deck, hoping to get a chance here in the 8th. There are 2 outs in the inning. Ibar with a base hit with 2 down at first base. Two and 2. Change the eye level a little bit there, coming down and in. Ball 3, full count.
Well, I think with the lead, the Diamondbacks, Will Myers has got to think fastball. And I'm thinking Archie Bradley's going to try to pump something away, give him right field. If he gets one up, gets that barrel head out, do some damage. Hey, home run would be sweet, but splitting the gap would be nice as well. Padres need base runners.
8th pitch of the at-bat's coming up. Looks like he's going to get a fastball here.
Yep.
Runner goes, and Myers lines one to left. Peralta almost came in too far, but reaches up to make the catch on the line drive that ends the 8th. We head to the 9th, 9-6 Diamondbacks.
You can stream them live on your mobile device with Fox Sports Go, presented by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Download the app and take Padres baseball wherever you go.
9-6 Diamondbacks have the lead over the Padres. We head to the 9th inning. And Corey Mazzoni back on the mound here for the Padres. Finished up the 8th inning, going to start the 9th. Did have Brad hand up in case Padres got closer. Were able to perhaps tie it up, but unfortunately Padres end up stranding a base runner in the bottom of the 8th inning, and now it's on to the 9th. Ketel Marte will lead it off. And on the grass at 3rd is Spangenberg. In case he entertains any thoughts of bunting. Mazzoni joining the Padres on September the 12th. This one by the mound, but Ibar, shortstop, plays a tough hop, a bobble, and he's got no play at first. And Ibar is charged with the error.
Oh, he's made that play hundreds of times. Off the heel. Can't find the handle. When you ask Eric Ibar, absolutely should have made that play. Oh, no.
Now it's thrown away by Mazzoni, and up to second base goes Marte, and he's going to head for third. Throw from Myers is going to be late, but did he come off the bag? No. Able to keep the hand on the bag, and all of a sudden, the lead runner on some very sloppy defense here for the Padres is at third base. E1 gets him to third after the E6 allowed him to get on. So this has gotten ugly here in this inning.
Boy, to the right side of Will Myers, it's almost as if Will Myers wasn't expecting to throw. The throw from Mazzoni off base, and then the hard throw towards the outfield side. Spangenberg stays on the runner, but he stays on the bag. Oy vey.
They got to deal with Paul Goldschmidt, followed by J.D. Martinez here in the inning. Infield in right now for the Padres. Ball 2, 2-0. Three and 0 to Goldschmidt. Swinging 3-0s. Goldschmidt and fouling it back 3-1. One pitch. And a swing and a miss. Goldschmidt. On a full count, he was ahead 3-0.
Yeah,
swing.
How about Mazzoni pitching backwards there? The breaking ball 3-1. Throw him another one. Looks like a fastball away here.
And Goldschmidt grounds it back up the middle into center field. From third comes Marte, and a 10-6 Arizona lead. So the error is turning into a run here. Two miscues got Marte to third base. Now an RBI single for Goldschmidt. Second hit, second RBI of the night for Goldschmidt.
Well, you saw the nice slider. He threw 3-1 to go 3-2. I say throw another slider. Goldschmidt can hit the fastball. He was short and quick to that one. Chalk up another RBI for the Gold Glove first baseman, MVP candidate.
J.D. Martinez, who hit a home run back in the 6th inning, a 2-run shot. 1-for-4 night. Home run, his 41st of the year. 25th of the year in a Diamondbacks uniform. Look out, pitch up and in. 94. J.D. Martinez coming over from the Tigers a little bit before the trade deadline, mid-July, the 18th. Swing and a miss.
We've seen the good slider down and away to J.D. Martinez. Has been an effective pitch.
Fly ball out towards center field. Manuel Margot makes the catch and fires back in towards the infield, and that'll get away. Backed up by Mazzoni, though. First out of the inning, J.D. Martinez retired. One down. And that'll bring up Daniel Descalso. Descalso 0 for 4 in the game. He's flied out 4 times tonight. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Nelson Lamet started tonight, went 5 1/3, giving up 6 runs. Kyle McGrath retired both batters he faced. Craig Stammen went an inning, giving up a run. Tim Melville went 1/3 of an inning in his Padres debut, gave up 2 runs, and so far Corey Mazzoni has been charged with a run. Runner goes, pitch down and in, and the throw down not going to be in time. Stolen base for Paul Goldschmidt. Very similar to Will Myers in that he's got good power, but he also can run. Stolen base here for Goldschmidt.
That's what makes Paul Goldschmidt so good at what he does. It's not just the leather and the glove. You know, he could steal you a bag. Hit for average, hit for power. Obviously drive in runs. The complete player.
Fouled off, 1-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Paul Goldschmidt at second base, 1 down, a run in here for the Diamondbacks. Descalso on his 5th plate appearance of the night. Thought about it, but lays off. Full count.
Oh yeah, he wanted to.
Ten runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks. 6 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for the Padres, and 2 of those 3 miscues have come in this inning. Fly ball to left field has Matt Caesar over towards the line. 2 down in the inning. Back to second goes Goldschmidt, 2 away.
Oh, Descalso wearing the collar tonight, 0 for 5, all pop-ups.
So 2 away, and it brings up Jake Lamb. In the dirt, and Sanchez able to block it. 2-0. No advance for Goldschmidt. in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Sanchez wanted him to check, but Sam Holbrook did not, and it's now 3-1.
Yes,
check
he did.
swing. I think he went that time. No, he did not, says third base umpire Ramon DeJesus. So a walk here for Lamb. Second time he has walked tonight. And now the Diamondbacks have 2 on with 2 away here in the 9th inning.
You know, what's the one thing we preach all the time about pitchers, generally speaking? Location of the fastball, right? It's been apparent. It just hasn't been happening.
That brings up A.J. Pollock. 2 down, 2 on here in the 9th inning. Just missed. Fly ball hit pretty well out towards deep right center field. Renfroe back, and that ball is gone. A.J. Pollock, who hit 2 last night, hits his 13th, a 3-run shot, and that opens things up now. It is 13-6 Diamondbacks. Fourth home run of the night for Arizona. They trailed 6-2 at one point in this game.
A.J. Pollock hitting 7th tonight. We talked about it in Arizona. To have a hitter like that in the 7th position before this game, hitting 268, 12 home runs, rack up another one, a 3-run shot. Oy.
Well, when this inning started, it was a save situation. They were getting Fernando Rodney up in the pen. But now it is 13-6. Arizona on top. They've scored 4 times here in the 9th. Chris Herman down to the count 0-2. Chris Herman, the 7th member of the Diamondbacks, to bat here in the 9th inning. After 5 innings tonight, things were looking good. Padres had a 6-2 lead. A 4-run 6th inning for the Diamondbacks. Another run in the 7th, 2 in the 8th, and 4 in the 9th has put Arizona on top 13-6. Two and 2 to Herman. Swing and a miss, and that will end the inning, but not before the Diamondbacks score 4 times in the top of the 9th. 13-6 Arizona. For the Padres tonight, Hunter Renfroe, 2 home runs, 1 in the third, a 2-run shot, and 1 in the 5th, a solo shot. Now 23 home runs on the year. And after that home run, the Padres had a 6-2 lead, but it's been all Diamondbacks since. They lead it 13-6 as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Renfroe will be leading it off, and he'll do so against a new Diamondbacks pitcher as Braden Shipley now into the game.
One of the September call-ups for the Diamondbacks from AAA Reno. He had 19 starts for the Aces, had a 5.66 ERA. He's made 2 starts with the Diamondbacks this year, one against the Nationals and one against the Marlins. That was earlier in the year, in May and June. A chance for the right-hander to get an inning of work here.
Hunter Renfroe going to lead it off here against Shipley. Chris Sherman, the catcher, out there to talk to him.
Don't you think he'd have that chat like before he comes out?
You would think.
Or before his warm-up pitches?
Hunter Renfroe, as you mentioned, the 2 home runs in the game tonight. Flied out to center and popped out to short. And takes strike 1. In the air to deep left field, and Renfroe's got his 3rd home run of the night. Home run number 24 this season, the trifecta for Hunter Renfroe. Well, it's been home run derby here tonight at Petco Park. Petco Park record, 9 home runs combined.
You hangy, he will bangy. Hanging curveball. Hit 3 home runs in a big league ball game. That's something special right there for Hunter Renfroe.
Now Yangervis Solarte has had a quiet night, 0 for 4 in the ball game. Up the middle into center field, a base hit for Solarte.
Just keep plugging away. Two-seam fastball up. Play some pepper with the center fielder. Love the ground ball to the center fielder.
On is Solarte. So Matt Caesar now batting, 1 on, nobody out. In the air to right field. J.D. Martinez coming in and under to make the catch for the first out of the 9th inning. Travis Jankowski going to pitch in here. 1 on, 1 out. .148 average this year for Jankowski, spending the bulk of the year in El Paso. And a ground ball towards second base. Could be 2 to second for 1, on to first. It is 2. And that will end the ball game as the Padres get a run of the inning. Hunter Renfroe, a 3-home run night. But the Diamondbacks take the final game of the series, 13-7. Padres Live is next. What's in store, Mike Pomeranz?
Well, that was a slugfest, that's for sure. So we'll break down Hunter Renfroe's night. You're also going to hear from Andy Green. And, of course, we'll get you set for the upcoming Colorado Rockies series. All that and more coming up on Padres Live.